What's up, my good people? How y'all feel today? Well, this is another quick one, so don't get getting used to the sound of my voice on this one, because I'm trying to go to sleep, but it ain't working out. So I just talk to y'all. The question I got for y'all is a two-part question. I want y'all to answer it to yourself, because I can't hear you. But question one is, what is your superpower? What is your superpower? The second question is that superpower a hindrance? Actually, it's three questions. What's your superpower? Is it a hindrance? And are you aware that it is, in fact, both? Now, I started this topic mainly because I was trying to think about what my superpower was. My brain has a general understanding of what I believe my superpower to be. Now, my superpower is seeing the best in every individual, in every animal, everything with a pulse. Unfortunately, that can also be a hindrance. Sometimes we could be so naive that we don't realize if we are helping or hurting a situation based on our own perception. Now, what is your superpower? Take some time to think about it. And then ask yourself, if it's your superpower a hindrance? The reason I even start on this note, in this type of way, in this type of fashion, is because I literally have to ask myself that question. Is seeing the best in everyone blinding me from seeing the worst in everyone? Is my blind faith in people a flaw of mine? In life, they'll tell you to trust people for who they are, because people are going to be exactly who they are. And it does take a while for you to really catch on to who the person is, especially if you are blinded by your idea of the person. There are times that, people, how do I want to word this? Because, hold on, give me a second to word it. People tend to view me as being too nice, a pushover, sweet forward. Just, people have it's a somewhat skewed idea of who I am. Now, on the surface, it could very well appear to be nice. But really, I just believe that everyone deserves a chance and a fair shake. I can't come into the game instantly wanting to judge people and have an opinion on somebody without actually getting their side. You know what I mean? So it's tough because you got people in this world who, we were all raised differently. So some people in this world are a little more cutthroat when it comes to other people. But the fault in that lies in the details. If you live your life always feeling like you gotta cut someone off, then you will never have nobody in your life. If you go through life thinking that you can never open up, you'll never open up. If you go through life playing the victim, you will always be the victim. If you go through life a certain way, you'll always get certain results. So sometimes you gotta shake it up. I refuse. I said refuse. Sheesh. I refuse to ever encourage anyone not to be themselves. You feel me? Like, I wholeheartedly encourage anyone out here, I want you to be who you are at your core. Don't change up. Whoever you are at your core, be that person. Whoever is meant to be in your circle when you are the person that you want to be is, what's for you will always be there for you. You might have to look a little bit. You might have to, search through a little bit, but anything that's for you will be there for you. A lot of times things will take care of itself. The original question really is based on facts. I don't want to always assume the worst. I want to always assume the best. Now, if things turn out for the worst, then I got to deal with that. But I always want to assume the best. I know when you assume, you make an ass out of you and me. But the difference between, sheesh, what are going on with my words? The difference between assuming the best and assuming the worst is you can be pleasantly surprised if you always thinking the worst. And I understand on another token, you could be severely disappointed if you're always expecting the best. So, it is important to make sure that you can keep your vision clear. the snake, the rat, the cat, the dog. How you gonna see him if you living in the fog? Think about that. Think about that. Some people's superpower is in their hustle. They'll find their way to $1. Some of the people's superpower might be, the physical prowess. They can wrestle a bear. So you keep them around because they wrestle bears. Some people's superpower lies in what they could put together in their mind. That's where you got your engineers, your architects, your people that can bring the idea to life, your scientists, your chemists. Some people's superpower could be how well they, solve problems. That's why it's doctors. That's why it's lawyers. Some people's superpowers are how well they can entertain. That's why you got comedians. That's why you got musicians. That's why you got vocalists. Some people's superpower lies in how well they can paint. I know. I'm rambling, but is your superpower a hindrance? If your superpower isn't a hindrance, find a way to monetize off of it. And that's my TED Talk for the day. This has been another lovely episode, y'all.